Welcome, everybody, to All About Articulation, where we do a deeper dive into the articulation of some of your favorite action figures while glossing over things like sculpt, paint apps, character history, accessories, because I suck at that, and there are already so many great reviews on YouTube who do that already, and I don't want to waste your time. Today we're going to review it's going to be a bit of a funner review. It's the G.I. Joe classified, I guess it's a 2-pack, or deluxe. Yeah, because I guess we don't count animals as 2-packs, right? It's more of a deluxe. It's a deluxe pack, a deluxe item. We have the Croc Master, and let's be honest, the real star. The real star of the show, the lady of the hour, Fiona. This is really the reason why you want to buy this thing. Croc Master is a great figure. Don't get me wrong. But he's a bit, I don't want to say generic. But you know, it's a 6-inch, sort of a nice looking action figure. But we've seen this before. You know, it's nothing new. But this bad girl, oh my god. This is the reason alone to pick up Croc Master and Fiona. Alright, so let's just get to Croc Master first, alright? For those of you with a little bit of an eagle eye, you would notice that the torso is the roadblock torso, but the legs are a lot shorter. Where's my roadblock? He's not here. He's on the shelf or in a drawer somewhere. But the legs are much shorter. The legs are akin to Stalker, for example. You see that? They're the same length of legs, but the body is way bigger. It's way more elongated, and it's way more, girthier and muscular, kind of aligned with the new Gung Ho. But I looked at, compared him to Roadblock. It's identical to Roadblock. So he's a bit top heavy. He's muscular. People have said that he looked like Bane. I could totally see the resemblance. If you wanted to customize this guy, turn him into like a 6-inch Bane figure. Unless you want to wait for the Mayfex one. Mayfex just announced that they're releasing a Nightfall 6-inch Bane, so I can't wait for that. But Mayfex, you know what that means. It's going to come out like in 2 years, if we're lucky. So, Croc Master. All right. He's got 2 points of articulation in the neck, upper, lower. This is how far up he looks. This is how far down he looks. He's got butterfly joints that don't really move, so for all intents and purposes, he's got no butterfly articulation. He's got butterfly joints, but I'm going to say 0 butterfly articulation because you can't really move it. And I don't consider that movement because figures without butterfly joints can do this also. You know what I mean? So for all intents and purposes, there's no butterfly movement for this figure. He can hit a T-pose. It's really good. As you can see, right? That's a good T-pose for Croc Master. Bicep swivels go all the way around. Double jointed elbows that he can hit way past 45. I think that's even closer to about 35. And that's important to point out because of the gauntlets. So he can hit at least a 45-degree angle with his double jointed elbows with tons of muscles and forearm gauntlets. So just keep that in mind. Good stuff. He's got 2 wrists that only articulate an extension and flexion. So there's no adduction, abduction. There's no window washing motion. Just kind of a wave goodbye motion. He's got the typical G.I. Joe ab crunch. 1 click down. That's how far he goes. And 1 click. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, about 1 click back for his back extension. He's got the ball joint the waist that offers tilt. No, not much tilt, but he does have swivel. Goes all the way around. Drop down knees. He can hit a pose. He can hit a split. Here's his Glen Webb. He's got upper thighs, swivel, and boot cut that rotates all the way around. Double jointed knees. he can kick his own butt. Look at that. Beautiful. He can kick up this far up. He can kick backwards, just a tad backwards. And that's about it. So very typical of a G.I. Joe Classified. Nothing new, nothing shocking, nothing earth-shattering, but nothing bad. Just nothing new in a good way. Sometimes no news is good news, and there's no news in terms of articulation from Croc Master, and that's not a bad thing, because G.I. Joe Classified has some pretty good articulation. With a lot of caveats, but we'll get to that some other time. Okay, the star of the hour, Fiona. Let's just go from nose to tail. How's that? She can articulate her mouth all the way up. Fantastic. And there's a point of articulation in the first neck, and the first part of the neck, and the second part of the neck. So you have 2 points of articulation here. It's a ball joint that can go all the way around. Oh, there you go. If you want to get a closer look at it. So this allows the head to move in a 360-degree rotation. And then you have, likewise, another similar joint, but lower down in the body, and does the same thing. So with both points of articulation working together, Fiona can hit a large range of motion. All right, and the belly is surprisingly soft. I don't know why. I don't know why that is. I don't know what's the intent. I don't know if that even assists in the articulation, but I like it. It's cool. It's cool to just kind of grab her and feel like her belly. It kind of almost feels like it's a little miniature crocodile in my hand. The tail is a bendy wire, so you have all this bend, and goes up and down and side to side, and it's very soft, very, very soft rubber. The limbs are surprisingly well articulated. You would think that they would cut corners on the legs, but there's no knee joint, but there is a sort of, I want to call it shoulders. This would be akin to the shoulders, and she can splay her arms all the way out like that and that, but it doesn't bend more than that. But there's great, for lack of a better term, wrist articulation. I should really study anatomy of a crocodile, right? Get the wording, verbiage right. And yeah, both front and back legs operate similarly. And it's just a fantastic, I mean, how many well-articulated 6-inch scale giant crocodiles do we have, right? It's worth, this 2-pack was worth getting Fiona alone. And on top of that, you get this great cobra reptile villain that could completely, I mean, he could completely fight. I could totally see him fighting. He could be fighting Spider-Man, right? He's a totally a Spider-Man villain or Daredevil villain. He totally is interchangeable with your DC. He could fight Batman, fight your Spider-Man, fight your G.I. Joes. It's a great figure. This is a great pack. This right here is it's on my short list of top 10 figures of the year. And I'm going to make a video on that. That's coming soon. All right. Listen, everybody, I hope you watched this video and hope you had fun, because if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. See you in the next video, guys. Thanks.